one of the biggest differences between American people and Dutch people is that sometimes us as Americans, we can kind of beat around the bush and take a really, really long time to make a point or try and like make things sound sweeter than they really are. And the Dutch people, they're just honest. They call it like they see it. And it's not necessarily they do it to offend people, but they do it just because they're like, hey, like this is something like you should know about this. Like, did you know you do this? And they don't beat around the bush. They'll tell you right how they feel, and which to me I think is awesome. I love that. But shoot, they're also very. I learned really quickly with people that you weren't gonna get very far as far as teaching and actual missionary work goes if you weren't their friend. If they didn't feel like you were someone they could trust, then your relationship would kind of just die out. But if you could kind of build up that friendship and be yourself and show them who it is you really are and show them your qualities and that you're just there to try and help them and there to be one of their friends, that they responded really positively to that. That's some of the most lasting relationships of my life are from my mission, and it's because of that. I have, two of my best friends I consider in this world. They just had another baby a couple weeks ago. I still have really good contact with on a weekly basis. And it's because of that. Remember to eat with a fork and a knife. Americans tend to only just like use the knife every once in a while and then scoop it up with the fork. But in Europe, they use both at the same time, and I'm still not very good at remembering which hand the fork's supposed to go in, which hand the knife's supposed to go in, but that's maybe one thing, like when you're eating with them, that's one thing that they think is really nice and classy, is if you can do that. One thing, just remember to expect the unexpected. Sometimes you'll see things or you'll hear things that'll just throw you off guard, but it's just because it's a different culture, it's a different people. And it doesn't make them wrong, and it doesn't make us right, and it doesn't make us wrong, it doesn't make them right, but it's just different people. It's important to remember that the way that they act, it's not going to be the same as we were, or the same. The way that they act is not going to be the same way that we learned growing up, and that it's just a different way of living, and that to be respectful of things they say, or if they ask you not to do something, just to remember that and not do it. Because they'll give you second chances. It's not like a one and done. But at the same sense, if they say like, I don't really like it when you chew with your mouth open, then listen to that and value it and do what it is they say, because that's one of those things that helps you build that friendship with them, is by validating them and listening to what it is they have to say.